I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put it out there. If he's handling Twitter like this, I don't know how comfortable I would be going with this dude to Mars. You know? Yeah, I don't want Elon walking into my cabin one day like, hey guys, turns out I accidentally fired the team that was bringing the oxygen. But we'll be fine if we just stop breathing for 69 months.
Spoiler alert, Trevor Noah hands Elon Musk his ego on a silver platter. Live. We're talking savage takedowns, confused stares, and more secondhand embarrassment than a tech bro at open mic night. Musk brought rockets. Trevor brought roast fuel. And the results? Gloriously unfiltered chaos. Stick around, because watching a billionaire malfunction in real time has never been this hilarious or this beautifully brutal.
This is a damn shame. What happened to Elon Musk? He went from, I'm gonna send humankind to Mars, to, I just wanna help 16 people get to the airport. That's all I wanna do. I feel like this is the opposite of invention. He took a car and stuck it to a train track. What's next? I've replaced the engine with a horse. But just to be clear, no one is laughing at you, Elon. No one is laughing. We are not laughing at you. Yeah, no, because guys, I've seen movies. Every time the supervillain shows up to destroy the world, the first thing he says is, they all laughed at me. Well, who's laughing now? We are not laughing. So Elon Musk, please don't destroy the world. We would love to go to the airport underground.
All right, buckle up, because Elon Musk just got served hotter than a Tesla battery left sunbathing in a California heat wave. And the chef flaming his ego to a crisp? None other than Trevor Noah, the undisputed roastmaster general with a comedy black belt and a PhD in billionaire takedowns. Musk walked into that burn session like he owned the place and left looking like a malfunctioning android caught in a microwave. Spoiler, humility wasn't even in the ingredients.
When I grow up, I want to send a giant triple penis into space. And not a normal giant triple penis either. This thing went into space with a sports car inside it. Like, the aliens are gonna see this and be like, really? A sports car inside a rocket? Someone's overcompensating.
You know, Elon's like that guy at the party who shows up bragging about colonizing Mars while his house is on fire back on Earth. The man tweets more nonsense before breakfast than most people do in a year. But hey, who needs coherence when you're the self-declared tech god with a Twitter blue check mark the size of a small moon?
Elon Musk wants to turn Twitter into a super app that does everything in one place. And I will tell you now, I hate that idea. I don't want Twitter to do more things. I like how it works now. Every day, the entire world picks one person and destroys their life. And then the next day, we find someone else. It's perfect. It works pretty well. Oh, but for real, but like, Twitter is such a toxic sewer. Why would you want to link it to all the other parts of your life? It's like a businessman saying, hey, you see this trash can? What if it was also your car?
Remember when Elon decided to buy Twitter? Yeah, because nothing says, I understand social media, like buying a platform that's basically a global shouting match of cats typing on keyboards. It's like buying a zoo and expecting the lions to suddenly do ballet. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Instead, he turned the place into a Wild West town where facts go to die and bots run rampant like it's their own private rodeo.
Than any other human being. Elon went from being the guy who's like, I don't get involved in politics, and I just think that it's good for us to look at both sides and try to find ourselves in a space where we're not exactly looking at like what has happened. And he was that guy.
Yeah.
I've often wondered if this is part of the reason we have the Elon Musk we have today, because Biden holds a summit at the White House, an EV summit, but he doesn't invite Elon Musk. Do you think that that was a seminal moment in the Musk that we get today?
Meanwhile, Elon's other masterpieces keep stacking up like malfunctioning IKEA furniture. There's the Tesla, allegedly the car of the future, yet it still randomly bursts into flames like it's auditioning for America's God Arson. Then there's the self-driving feature, which navigates about as well as a sleep-deprived raccoon with a GPS from 2006. Sure, it's electric, but apparently that's Musk code for eco-friendly death trap. It's sustainable. If you define sustainability as crashing into mailboxes while getting sued by everyone with a working spine. And speaking of lawsuits, Elon Musk has this uncanny, almost supernatural talent for transforming every public appearance into a full-blown disaster zone, like a walking glitch in the billionaire matrix.
Every day, this Elon Musk Twitter story, every single day, it delivers new rewards. In South Africa, we have a very simple word for what Elon has done. We call it ugupapa. It means to be flying higher than you should. It's ironic because it's about like, it's almost like flying, not towards the sun, but it's like flying too high and then some shit happens to you. Yeah, that's essentially what happened here with Elon, you know? Yeah, he's a fan of Twitter. I get it. He likes using it. He enjoys being on it. And so because of that, he was like, I know how to fix it. It's always easy from the outside to do everything, you know? He's like, I know what this thing needs. Just everybody should be verified. Oh. And now he's in it and he's like, no, wait, why are you guys faking you like, have you been on Twitter? Do you know what this is?
The man doesn't just stumble into controversy, he performs a swan dive into it with jazz hands and a flamethrower. It's like he's magnetically drawn to chaos, but not normal chaos. Premium, artisan, small batch chaos, handcrafted in the fires of Mount Cringe. Imagine a guy who could trip over a wireless charger. Yes, that insignificant little disc on your desk, and somehow turn it into an international scandal involving stock drops, conspiracy theories, and a 27-tweet thread typed in a Red Bull-fueled haze. 1 minute he's talking rockets, the next he's insulting scientists, misquoting data, or challenging someone to a cage match. You don't just watch Elon speak, you hold your breath, clutch your pearls, and pray the stock market survives the next sentence. He's like a TED Talk and a train wreck had a baby with Wi-Fi access.
Or how quickly people will abandon what they say is a principle when things aren't going their way, you know? So one of the first things Elon said when he took over was like, comedy is now legal on Twitter. And he was like, it's time for free speech, time for comedy, time for people to actually have fun on Twitter again. And then what people started doing was they started changing their names to Elon Musk, right? So people changed their Twitter handles to Elon Musk. And then they just started tweeting things as if they were Elon Musk. They were like, I'm such a terrible person, my wife left me. Just random shit, right? And then Twitter just banned all of their accounts. They're like, suspended. And then he was like, no parodying of people on the, he's like, unless you say it's a parody, it's like, what? So it's not funny now?
When he's not busy inventing new ways to offend entire professions, like calling heroic cave rescuers pedo guys, because that definitely helped calm tensions, he's downplaying global crises like the coronavirus pandemic by comparing it to the flu. Yeah, sure, Elon, because millions of deaths and worldwide shutdowns are basically just a common cold with attitude, right? Meanwhile, he's over here pitching Neuralink, a brain chip project that sounds like it was dreamed up during a late-night sci-fi binge. Who wouldn't want a microchip in their brain that risks turning your deepest thoughts into a spam inbox? Imagine trying to have a private moment only to have your brain start firing off robocalls about discounted sneakers. Sign me up for absolutely no part of that nightmare.
In the United States of America, if you want to win an election, all you need to have is a strange voice. Simple as that. You want to be president of the United States? Get a strange voice, you're done. Yeah, forget policies, forget ideas, that's boring. You come out there with a strange voice, the people love it. You realize there's been no American president who has a normal speaking voice, none. Trump, that was the weirdest of all. Every other American president was predictable. You know, you understood the ebb and flow. Trump, you never knew what to expect, right? The volume on his voice all over the place, inflection where it didn't make sense. Do you know how hard it was to figure out where to put the volume on your TV when watching a speech? Because you wouldn't know where it would happen. He'd be up there. I think as Americans, we try and try, so try, big trying.
Trevor Noah, armed with the surgical precision of a brain surgeon and the sarcasm intensity of 1,000 suns on a caffeine binge, hilariously dismantled Elon's Mars fantasies. He didn't just call it visionary planning, no, he brilliantly framed it as Elon's very obvious escape plan for when Earth finally stages an intervention for his non-stop Twitter tantrums. Picture Elon looking at the chaos he's caused down here and thinking, well, if they kick me out, I'll just ship myself off to Mars like it's the universe's ultimate timeout corner. It's the billionaire version of a midlife crisis, except instead of buying a flashy sports car or dating someone half his age, Elon's like, nah, I'll just colonize an entire planet. You know, normal billionaire stuff. Mars isn't some high-tech breakthrough. It's Elon's ultimate peace-out Earthlings mic drop. a cosmic interplanetary walk-off stage, left. When the Earth says enough with the tweets and explosions, he plans to pack up his rockets, grab a flamethrower for the road, and blast off to start fresh where no one's seen his Twitter feed. Because even aliens deserve a break from Elon's drama.
I think social media dramatically changed our perception of where people sit in reality. It gave us a flattened view of people because that's what gets the algorithm, it's what ropes us in. So I will see the worst of you because the worst of you is what inflames me the most. Or I'll only see the best of you because it attaches me to you. But the nuance it's boring. And they show you this with the algorithms. Like if you sit down with the engineers, they'll show you, if somebody writes, it's a lovely day outside, it'll go nowhere. If you say best day ever, it goes somewhere. And if you say worst day ever, it goes somewhere. But if you use adjectives and descriptors that are like, they don't evoke something extreme, it doesn't really do anything. If you wrote a little tweet about a president and you said, you know, this president's not great, but they're also not the worst, and I guess everyone has their flaws, it's not going to go anywhere. You go, this president is destroying this country. They're the worst thing. And I think that started to filter into the discourse in American politics. And I think politicians, I genuinely put a lot of blame at their feet.
But the real kicker? Elon's obsession with memes and internet clout. The guy is like a teenager desperate for likes, except instead of Instagram selfies, he's dropping cryptic tweets that send the stock market on a roller coaster worthy of Six Flags. One day, Dogecoin is the future of currency. The next, it's a joke. Watching Elon tweet is like watching a toddler with a flamethrower. Entertaining, terrifying, and inevitably destructive. And how about the whole taking Tesla private stunt? Oh, that was a masterclass in reckless billionaire behavior. It was like Elon was playing Monopoly with real money and decided to throw the board out the window halfway through. The SEC didn't find it as funny as his fans did. Imagine that, regulators actually expecting honesty and rules. What a buzzkill. Meanwhile, Elon's factories run like a mashup of a Silicon Valley startup and a dystopian sweatshop. Workers complain about brutal conditions while Elon's busy hyping up the Gigafactory, a name that sounds like a spaceship from Star Trek but feels more like a caffeine-fueled nightmare for anyone who works there. Productivity might be high, but so is the turnover rate, which means Elon's dream of building a better future is kind of like his cars, full of promise but liable to break down.
Oh, wow. A self-driving car mowed down a robot pedestrian. And you know what's funny about this? Is that as humans, we're so narcissistic. We always assume that when the robot apocalypse comes, the robots will be coming after us. We've never once considered that robots probably hate each other just as much as we do. Yeah, that car probably saw the robot and was like, hey, Wally, kill yourself. Your mama was a Roomba. Ha ha ha. Also, is it just me or does that robot look like it was trying to get hit by the car? Because what is the robot doing in the middle of the road? It's probably got some insurance scam going, you know? Like the robot was just like, oh, ow, ow, got me. Gonna show up to court in a neck brace like, I've been unable to work and support my wife and 3 toasters.
And then there's SpaceX, Elon's very own version of a fireworks factory where the rockets put on shows that are part science experiment, part demolition derby. Don't get me wrong, blasting stuff into space is no small feat. But Elon treats these launches like his personal pyrotechnic party, where every explosion is just a learning opportunity, which is billionaire code for, whoops, there goes another couple $1 million. Better tweet something inspirational. It's like watching a high-stakes game of will it fly or will it flambe? Spoiler, sometimes it flambés spectacularly. Reusable rockets. Yeah, that's revolutionary if you don't count the occasional fiery inferno that turns the launch pad into a bonfire. If you hear a sonic boom followed immediately by Elon bragging on Twitter, congratulations. You're witnessing another episode of Elon's Rocket Rodeo, where the motto is crash, burn, rinse, repeat. Grab your popcorn. This space circus never disappoints.
You know, this whole thing happening with Elon Musk and Twitter reminds me of, I think it was Mike Tyson who had that line where he said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Trevor absolutely crushed it, pointing out that every time Elon Musk breathes near a microphone or even sneezes on social media, the rest of us are left scrambling for a stiff drink just to get through the news cycle without losing our minds. Seriously, the guy can't so much as blink without triggering a viral meltdown. He's like a walking PR grenade with a Twitter account. Watching Elon's public moments is basically binge-watching a soap opera where the billionaire somehow plays both the hero and the villain, except without the charm or talent, just endless Twitter rants and awkward stunts. It's like the drama never stops. 1 minute, he's launching rockets. The next, he's causing chaos with a single tweet that crashes cryptocurrency markets or insults entire industries. Elon's version of keeping things interesting feels less like innovation and more like a never-ending reality show we didn't ask for but can't look away from.
Because now it feels like Elon Musk is just like scrambling, making it up as he goes along, which I get. You've spent $44 billion for a company that most people say shouldn't be more than worth like 20-something billion. You're gonna scramble, you know? And he's trying everything. What's amazing to me is like what's happening with Elon Musk is a wonderful microcosm to show you how much or how quickly people will abandon what they say is a principle when things aren't going their way.
And don't even get me started on Elon's electric pickup truck. The thing looks like it was designed during a caffeine-fueled all-nighter binge-watching every Mad Max movie ever made. Seriously, it's got more sharp angles and edges than a calculus professor's nightmare exam, like someone tried to build a truck out of giant origami sheets folded by a hyperactive raccoon. The exoskeleton frame sounds cool until you realize it basically means the truck is wearing armor that screams, "I'm ready for the apocalypse," or a very aggressive cosplay convention. Practical, not in the slightest. You're not going to haul lumber or fit your groceries in that thing without feeling like you're packing for a space mission. But cool? Oh, absolutely. If your dream is to drive through a post-apocalyptic wasteland while looking like you just escaped a low-budget sci-fi movie. Perfect for surviving the zombie uprising, terrible for parallel parking. Even Elon's love life reads like a tabloid fever dream written by a robot with emotional issues. He marries a synth-pop space elf straight out of his sci-fi fantasies, then publicly breakups via tweet like he's auditioning for The Bachelor, Mars Edition. 1 minute, they're naming their baby after a Wi-Fi password. The next minute, he's subtweeting heartbreak between rocket launches. It's like watching a telenovela where every dramatic turn is powered by Tesla batteries and narrated in binary. Romance? More like relationship roulette with a flamethrower. The man's love life has more plot twists than a Christopher Nolan movie, and somehow even less emotional clarity. Honestly, it's the only romantic saga where you need a NASA engineer to decode the breakup. Trevor's roast also called out the weird obsession Elon has with digging up dirt on critics and journalists. Imagine a billionaire using his vast resources to play internet detective, trying to discredit anyone who dares question his genius. It's like a high school bully with a bank account the size of a small country, except the playground is the global economy. So while Elon Musk keeps dreaming up wild sci-fi futures, jetpacking into Mars colonies, tweeting like a caffeinated raccoon, and reinventing traffic with tunnels that lead straight to nowhere, Trevor Noah delivers the slap of reality we didn't know we needed. It's not just a roast, it's a 5-course meal of sarcasm, wit, and pure comedic destruction, seasoned with just enough truth to make even Musk's fanboys nervously adjust their Dogecoin hoodies. Because let's face it, Elon might be a brilliant tech overlord or just a hyperactive meme in a billionaire's body, but at this point, he's less Iron Man and more Irony Man. Whether he's launching rockets or launching lawsuits, the chaos is constant and somehow always hilarious. If Twitter was a circus, Elon's the clown car, the ringmaster, and the fire hazard all rolled into one. And trust me, the roast isn't over yet. The internet is still waiting for the next episode of Elon's unfiltered tweets and other disasters. Stay tuned because with Elon, the future is always unpredictable, mostly because nobody can predict what he'll tweet next.